The Sahara Desert in Africa is the largest in the world. Its area is approximately the size of the United States of America. Despite this large area, the number of people living there is less than 3 million. It is known that the Sahara in the past was green grasslands, and it always changed over the years between arid and green lands due to climate changes. Based on scientists' estimates, we need another 15,000 years for the desert to turn into green lands. But as we know, man was never characterized by patience. Over the years, there have been different ideas to turn the desert into green lands full of life, and one of these crazy ideas was to blow up the Egyptian desert using 21,300 nuclear bombs. Welcome to Mega Projects Insights. Today we will talk to you about the crazy plan to create a sea in the desert through nuclear explosions. The Sahara has always been a major obstacle to the development of Central and Southern Africa, as it represented a barrier to the expansion of civilizations that arose in Northern Africa and Southern Europe. At the beginning of the 20th century, a large area of Egyptian land was discovered, exceeding 21,000 square kilometers, characterized by its 60 meters below sea level, and 55 kilometers from the Mediterranean coast. This area was later called the Sahara Depression. This name was given to this area of land because it will represent the work of the dropper that will transport seawater to the heart of the desert. It is not a new idea, and there were many attempts to use it in other projects around the world, but the appropriate conditions were not available until this time. Regarding the Sahara Depression, proximity to the sea, and it is almost devoid of residents. The main advantages of the project are the transfer of water to the high-temperature desert, which will cause continuous evaporation and cloud formation, and thus expect large quantities of rain that will be used in agriculture and the formation of urban communities. Another advantage is to generate electric power that will reach at least 7,000 megawatts, not to mention the establishment of ports on the shores of the Mediterranean and the development of trade, and thus changing the entire face of the region. Finally, achieving the old dream of linking the north and south of the African continent. Over the years, the idea of the project was presented to the Egyptian government, but every time it was postponed for various reasons, including the lack of sufficient financial resources to implement the project, the existence of technical obstacles in the implementation plans, or the existence of priority for the implementation of easier projects such as the High Dam in Aswan. But in early 1973, the German scientist Friedrich Basler presented his crazy idea to the Egyptian government, which is to dig canals to transfer seawater to the Sahara Depression by planting 213 nuclear bombs at specific depths and distances with a destructive energy equal to 1.5 megatons per bomb. And this means that the destructive power of each bomb will be equivalent to 100 nuclear bombs, equivalent to the Hiroshima bomb, and this represents 21,500 nuclear bombs. The German scientist was convinced of his idea to the degree that made him ready to debate all Egyptian engineers and houses of expertise worldwide. This confidence made the Egyptian cabinet direct its official recommendations to seriously study the idea by its various committees to be discussed in the House of Representatives as a national project. Unfortunately for the German scientist, the October 1973 war was beating its drums a few months after presenting his idea to the Egyptian officials, and this was enough reason to kill Basler's idea in its cradle. This was not the only obstacle against the crazy idea. Many experts who opposed Basler's idea explained that the radiation resulting from nuclear explosions would need very long years to avoid their negative effects, and thus delay the actual work on the project. In addition to that, the aftershocks of the explosions would affect the Red Sea Rift to produce devastating tsunamis and earthquakes. Among the other reasons that stood against the implementation of the project is that the Egyptian lands are sloping towards the east, meaning that it is possible that the salty waters of the sea will affect the Nile River Delta, which represents the lifeline of the Egyptians, in addition to the fact that the land itself is classified as a very dangerous land because it contains millions of mines. Remnants of World War II will require enormous resources and effort to be removed before working on the project. If you found this video informative, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more captivating insights into remarkable projects and scientific endeavors. Thank you for joining us, and until next time, keep your curiosity alive and keep exploring.